Hello everyone, Aaron Doughton, Product Manager with Sencore here to do another DMG 4000 application video. If you haven't already, I would like you to actually go back and look at some of the other application videos. We've talked about JPEG-XS, the video over IP firewall application that this platform fits into. But today we're actually going to be talking about contribution encoding. So the DMG 4000 is a very powerful platform in this application, being able to do contribution encoding for HEVC and H.264 in 422 10-bit, up to 60 frames per second. We're able to do this extremely, pretty low latency, I would say. Low latency end-to-end would be about 200 milliseconds when paired with our receiver decoders, but it's also an extremely dense solution for this as well. With I'm reading, obviously, I got a cheat sheet, but you can follow along over here. Able to do a lot of encodes in a single platform with 48 HD or 24 UHD in 1RU, or stepping up to the 2RU platform, 96 HD or 48 UHD in a 2RU platform. So ridiculously dense. But extremely powerful. All of those encodes could be 422 10-bit, 60 frames per second. You kind of mix and match your HDs and UHDs, especially if you are a content creator or a content content platform that has a mix of both HD and UHD content. The modules can be switched into different modes, licensed to do all of those things, whether it's 420, 422 10-bit. 60 frames per second, UHD, HD, you can mix and match what the modules are actually doing in any of those platforms. So a lot of flexibility there if your content's not always the same. Talking about inputs to the encoder, this is one of those things that I think is really cool with the DMG 4000 specifically, is we actually have modules that support SDI inputs, so up to 12G SDI or 4x3G SDI for UHD streams, and then of course up to 3G SDI for your HD streams. So we've got an HD or an SDI version of that, but then also we have a 2110 input version, which is a module that has dual 40 gig QSFP ports on it. So that way you could go directly 40 gig directly into your main backbone router or switches, or you can actually break those out to 4 10 gig SFP pluses, whatever your infrastructure needs. We've got the support to do SDI and 2110 to feed those encoders and start cranking out that really high compression HEVC and H.264 streams. For outputs, I think it almost goes without saying, but the DMG 4000 has pretty much any output that you would ever want, whether it's MPEG over IP with hitless switching and FEC support, or if you need to do satellite modulation directly on the platform, so we can actually take all of those encoded streams, mux them together, create a satellite modulated output up to DVB-S2X. And then also your good old ASI outputs as well. And then one of the really cool things about the DMG 4000 is its ability to not only feed that contribution, that primary link, your high bitrate H.264 and HEVC streams, over satellite or fiber or what have you. You could also take that same stream and maybe do a lower bitrate encode and actually output another stream via ZXI or SRT as well. So not only can you feed your primary link, you can also feed your backup link with essentially the exact same platform. And what's cool about that is that not only are their paths redundant, but you also get a lot of redundancy inside the DMG 4000, and it's just a part of the chassis. The modules are completely redundant. They can fail over between themselves. They're hot swappable. The power supplies are hot swappable. Everything can be serviced on the fly. Also talking about contribution, encoding is a security. So once that content leaves the platform, is it secured? Could it get hijacked or hacked or something like that? We do have encryption with BIS-CA, which has been, I guess, a conversation in some of the other videos, and I've also done some presentations on that technology. But BIS-CA is natively supported on the platform, as well as other DVB simulcrypt compliant CA vendors, things like Verimatrix and some other vendors out there. We can actually interface with their encryption key provisions and stuff like that, and actually do scrambling on the content before it even leaves the platform, so that once it's out there, once you're going over fiber or satellite or even your redundant path via ZXI or SRT, you know that your content is secure. And then speaking towards the DMG 4000, obviously if you pair that with Sencore MRD 7000 or even the DMG 4000 for decoding, you can achieve that really low 200 millisecond end-to-end latency in your entire contribution platform, which is a nice end-to-end solution, if you will. Anyway, that's it for today. I just wanted to talk about the contribution encoding application. Again, we've been doing kind of a small series of videos, try to keep them about that 4 to 5 minutes so that it's easy to digest, kind of highlights what the platform can do. So go check out those other videos, and then obviously look forward to anything else that Sencore is going to continue to provide, give you some education in terms of what we've got going on with new products, new features, new technologies and stuff like that that we're working with. So anyway, thanks a lot everybody. Until next time, bye.